Recess if you don't finish.
I was thinking about this process of how people learn.
The beauty of it. If you do this for one child.
What was your last year?
It's like you notice it's
This is special. I need to sit down and
Some of this might still be a little wet, but then we're transitioning. So how do we create these really stable, safe learning environments? That's at the crux of what I want to talk about today, about teaching like a magician. We'll talk about that, and learning how trauma actually changes kids that we're going to work with, but how it's also changes us. This is what can happen when a child, an adolescent, or a young adult, or an adult experiences trauma. I can't hear you. I can't respond to you. I'm just trying to be safe. When you're working with a child that's living in survival mode, it kind of presents in several different ways. That constant state of stress, as we've talked about, keeps all those chemicals in our system, keeps us in this place of like, where do I go? What am I doing? What's going to happen next? All behavior is a form of communication. So what are they trying to say to you? Oh, right, cool. There we go. Just like a smiley face. Now, all you're going to do is slowly, uncross your arms, let the rope up off your hands. And there's the nod. Woo, good job. Very nice.
This is just how, a child or a person with an intellectual disability may feel and may experience it. And we're expecting all of this from them, and we want them to be in a hurry, and we want them to finish, and we want them to do it. And, we're expecting something that might be impossible for them to do.
So autism spectrum, or ASD, the shorter version. First of all, it's a complex neurological disorder, and it affects individuals across two main areas: social communication and restricted or repetitive behaviors and interests. We have a table up here that has different senses with directions, how it feels. Remember, there's hypersensitivity and hypo. So here you're going to experience both.
Look, sometimes you'll walk into a room and you'll say, all right, kids, we're going to go ahead and we're going to do a group read of Little Red Riding Hood. Books ready and you hand them out. My goodness, these children can't read yet. But I have these children modified. Maybe we're telling the story in gestures. Maybe we're telling the story with steady beats. Maybe we're telling the story with pictures. Modified.